Hi everyone. So today's agenda is discussing some of the most commonly asked Salesforce developer interview questions and answers. In this session, we will also look into some of the scenario-based questions and their answers. So let's quickly begin. So the first question is, let's say we are on lead and we click on new. The page that opens should show only 5 fields, but once I save them, I should be able to see the regular layout, let's say the one with 20 fields. How can I achieve this? Now for this, what I would do is I would create two page layouts, one with 5 fields and the other with 20 fields or as many required. And I would create two record types. The first record type would be assigned the page layout with 5 fields, and the second record type would be assigned the page layout with all the fields or 20 fields. Now, what I would do is I would, first when I create the lead, I would use the record type 1, and that is how only 5 fields will be displayed. But then in the backend, what I would do is I would create a record triggered flow. And I would say that whenever a record is created, change the record type from record type 1 to record type 2. So what would happen is the moment I save the record triggered flow would change the record type automatically to record type 2. And this record type 2 has a page layout assigned wherein we have 20 fields or all the fields. Now, if there is any confusion, let me actually do it and show it to you what I'm trying to convey here. So first of all, let's say I am on account and I have two record types, record type 1 and record type 2. Now, why I have kept only one as active is because if I keep both the record types as active, when I create a new account, right, I would be prompted to select a record type. But I don't want that. What I want is when I click on new, it should directly open the page, right? So that is why I have kept only record type 1 as active. Now the next thing is record type 2. Now I would go on page layout assignment. First, let me show you the page layouts, by the way. So I have page 1, and in this page 1, I have kept only these 5 fields: name, industry, parent account, annual revenue, and account source. And I have another standard layout that comes when we create the developer edition, which is the account layout, and it has almost all the fields. Okay, most of the fields it has. Now let me go to the page layout assignment. For record type 1, I'm assigning page 1. For record type 2, I'm assigning account layout. Okay. Now, because I have kept only one record type as active, that is why the moment I click on new, I would not be prompted to select a record type, but rather it would go in the it would select record type 1 by default, and the page layout which is assigned to record type 1 would get opened. Now, in order for me to just change the record type after I save, what I need to do is I need to create a record triggered flow. So I've created a record triggered flow, and I'm only running it when I'm creating a record. Okay, so here we are on the flow, and it is on account object. Whenever a record is created, that is when I'm running this flow, and I'm running fast field update, which means I'm running it before insert. Now, what I'm doing here is, first of all, I'm taking a decision element and checking what is the record type. If the current record type ID, like we are traversing to the record type developer name. If the record type developer name is record type 1, then what am I doing is I am doing a get and I'm fetching the ID of record type 2 of account. So let me edit this element and show you. So here what I've done is I have queried record type object where the S object type is account and the developer name is record type 2. Then at the end, simply what I'm doing is I am using an assignment element. In the assignment element, the current records, record type ID would be equal to this node that I have here, this element. Its name is get record type. Okay. So what I'm saying here is from that node, the record type record that we have got, I'm going to get its ID and store it in the record type ID. So all that I've done here is whenever account record is getting inserted, before inserting, I am just changing its record type from record type 1 to record type 2. And now because record type 2 is assigned with the account layout, we will be able to see all the fields that are there on the account layout. I have activated this flow as well. Now let me go ahead and create a new account and show you. So this is the account. This time you see record type 1 is opened because here you see the record type also and here you see the page layout also. It just has 5 fields. So let me say test account 1. Okay. The moment I will save this, my before triggered flow would fire and it would change the record type. So here you see the record type of my account has changed to record type 2 and the page layout assigned to this record type was account layout, which had all the fields. So now here we are with the new page layout. So this is how we are able to achieve this scenario. Now, the next question is which type of reports can be used in dashboards? So we could use summary reports and matrix reports in the dashboards. Also, I've read somewhere that you could use tabular reports also, but the record should be only less than or equals 10. Only then you are able to use in dashboards, but I'm not sure because I haven't tried that. You could try it on your own. The third question is, can we override new edit buttons with screen flow? Is this possible? So no, directly it is not possible. So let me go here. Let's say on account only we'll go. We have button, links and action. So let's say the standard edit button that we have, let me click on edit. So if I use lightning component, I could just use a lightning component over here, but there is no option to use a screen flow over here to override the standard button. So can we use a aura or a LWC? What can we use? We cannot directly use a LWC component to override a standard button. Okay, because that is not possible till now. So what you need to do is you need to override the new or edit button with the aura component. And inside the aura component, you can embed a LWC component. And from that LWC component, you can call a screen flow. But I don't think that is the ideal way of doing. But this is the answer that you cannot override new edit button with a screen flow or with a LWC component. You need to go from aura component to LWC or from aura. If you could directly use screen, I have not tried that, but you could try that. But yeah, this is the answer. The next question is sales rep. Sorry, just 1 minute. Okay, so the next question is sales reps gets lead assigned according to their geolocation. Now, Delhi reps see the leads in whose city is Delhi, and Mumbai sales reps are able to see the leads whose location is Mumbai. Now, there are sales managers who lead the sales reps. The requirement is that sales manager should be able to perform, create, read, edit, delete on his own leads, but should not be able to read the, should not be able to, update or delete leads on of his sales reps. Like he should only be able to read the leads of the sales reps that he or she is leading. Now, what is the possible solution is, we could use role hierarchy. In role hierarchy, we would have something like this: sales manager. His profile is providing him with CRUD access, and so he is able to do all the 4 operations on the leads of his own. Now for sales reps, people, they have only create, read, update in the profile that is assigned to them. Now here what I could do is, I could first of all have sharing rules, which would say that if a owner-based sharing rule, which would say that if a person's role is Delhi sales rep, then his lead would be shared with all the people having role as Delhi sales rep. Similarly, for Mumbai sales rep, I would say a person having role as Mumbai sales rep, his lead should be shared with all the people, all the roles of Mumbai sales rep. Now, if I keep sales manager above these two in the sales, in the role hierarchy, what would happen is, now for all the standard objects, the grant access using hierarchy is always checked. So what will happen is, because the sales manager is having CRUD on his profile, he would be able to create, read, update, delete the leads of Delhi sales rep and Mumbai sales rep, which is not correct, because our requirement is that the sales manager should only be able to read the leads of Delhi and Mumbai sales reps who are below them. So now what is the workaround is, I would not keep them sales manager above the role hierarchy. Rather, I would keep them in the same hierarchy. And what I would do is, I would add a sharing rule, owner-based sharing rule, saying that if a person is belonging to Delhi sales rep role, then all his leads would be shared in read-only mode with the person having role sales manager. And let's say if we had to make, lead one, let's say there are two sales rep in Delhi, sales rep 1 and sales rep 2. Now, let's say I wanted to share all the leads of sales rep 1 with sales rep 2 in the read-only mode. Then I could have one single sharing rule saying that if, no, I will have to create 2 sharing rules. Sorry. Okay, forget it. So yeah, you could have a sharing rule wherein Delhi sales rep rolled people, their leads would be shared with sales manager in read-only mode. So yeah, this is how you will be able to achieve this. Now the last question is, in an email template, I have used a picklist field as a merge field. Now when the email is sent, will we able to see the label of the picklist or API value of it? So let's say I am on account and I have a field called source. Okay. Now on this source, we have value and we have API name. So these are the values that will be showed as label, and these are the values which are stored in the backend, which is the API name of these values. So let's suppose if I have added this field in an email template, let's suppose this is the email template, and I've added account objects, account source field. Okay. The question is, what will be visible to us? Let's say the source was selected as web. So will the web be visible or web 1 will be visible? So I've already created a, what do you say, a record triggered flow in which I'm just firing an email alert using that email template. Okay, here you see, all I've done is just created an email alert using that email template. And now let's say I'm creating a And by the way, the triggering event there is whenever an account record is created or updated. So let's say I'm going on this account and I am changing the source from phone inquiry to web, and I'm just saving it. Now you see the email that we have received. It contains the label of that picklist field value, not the API name, because API name was web1. So whenever we get that, we merge a picklist field, that picklist value would be sent and not the API name. So that is about it in this session. I'll be bringing some more challenging Salesforce interview questions and answers. And also I'll be bringing some trigger scenario which you would need to practice. So stay tuned for that. And if this video helped, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.